What is a song that you would describe as sounding both sad and beautiful at the same time? God, that got so big. I loved Disturbed growing up. They did the song well, and I didn't even know it very well before they redid it. I genuinely liked their version, and the song itself, but oh my god, did people run it into the ground. Everyone has covered it at this point, and it's actually mildly annoying that is always labeled as The Sound of Silence by Disturbed. If you're covering a song that was itself a cover, then credit the original artist. It's not even like all the versions floating around are so different to how the original version was. I'd get it more if it was like a country song covered as a death metal song, and people covering the death metal cover, but that's not even the case here. It's the same song really, just the writers are no longer credited for their own song anymore. Do people not know that it's been a song for longer than Disturbed has even existed? It's similar to that song Enjoy the Silence. I have no idea who did it originally, but I know that at least 5 bands I like covered it. So after hearing so many different people sing the song, I just got really sick of it. This song kills me. It always makes me think of my grandma. She would come over most days when we were kids, and she loved to sit at our piano and play this. It came out slowly as she followed along to the sheet music, her tiny wrinkled hands so gentle on the keys. She's been dead 13 years now. Wow, and god damn it do I miss her. That song is about a lonely guy who falls in love with a woman who isn't faithful and leaves him, and he finds himself again. Or it's about King David's relationship with God, or it's about facing the world's troubles. It depends on how the verses are arranged. The lyrics continue through religious metaphors, but the meaning remains unclear. There are those who see the end of a love story in these metaphors and those who think it's a praise for music. The song means almost anything you want it to mean. My mom and I shared a love for Pink Floyd despite us disagreeing on the best album. One of my favorite memories is listening to records together while playing card games. It's been 5 years since she passed. There's a few songs I like to play for her birthday in remembrance: Father and Son, Cat Stevens, Old Man, Neil Young and Wish You Were Here. I chose this as my father-daughter dance. At the time, my dad had been diagnosed with cancer. He beat that one into remission, then developed another form of cancer. Miraculously, he beat that one too. I still love that song, but it actually makes me happy, because of the extreme turnaround. Yes, I started crying during this song and my boyfriend walked in the room and asked what was wrong. I told him I was so sad about the time we lost together. We went out in HS when this song came out and went our separate ways. This was 12 years later, and he proposed to me before the song was over. We've been happily married nearly 10 years now. This song always gives me the sad and happy vibes now. This was a huge deal when the song was first released. Duran Duran was regarded as a washed-up boy band, and they'd had 5 years of nothing but clunkers. Their albums weren't selling, their songs weren't topping the charts, and it seemed like they'd fade into obscurity. Ordinary World, when it was released, was normally prefaced by a DJ introducing it with something like, "Believe It or Not, this is a new song by Duran Duran," and it was a huge hit. I don't see many metal stuff here, so let's get this going. Today by Smashing Pumpkins, Oh Comely by Neutral Milk Hotel and the album as a whole, Oh Jarhead, Oh Wife, by Jordan Mason and the Horse Museum again. The entire album is beautiful depressing. No Children by the Mountain Goats, the entire album of A Crow Looked at Me by Mount Teary, an album written by a guy whose wife died of cancer. I learned about this album while in inpatient care for mental health a few months ago. I was talking about music with a guy who was there for PTSD from his wife dying and leaving him to raise his daughter alone, which is the story of the album. I can't listen to it without almost crying. Home, Like No Place There Is by Hotelier album, Twin Fantasy by Car Seat Headrest, Don't Follow by Alice in Chains, but that could just be because I associate it with planning suicide after graduating high school, and going out of my way to hang out with my friends so they had good last memories of me. Mostly it was gathering around a bonfire, smoking weed, and drinking, and I would usually say, "Hey you, pass me down that bottle," as a subtle reference to myself. Beauty and Falling Leaves by Yob, The Monitor by Titus Andronicus album, Footprints by Warning, Allure of the Earth by Woods of Ypres, and a lot of songs by The World Is a Beautiful Place and I Am No Longer Afraid to Die. To Build a Home, a cinematic orchestra, Gravity, Sorrow Barrels, Strange Days, Matthew Good Band, Twister, acoustic version, Remy Zero, I Was Born for This, composed by Austin Wintory and sung by Lisbeth Scott. Once Upon Another Time, Sorrow Barrels, She Used to Be Mine, Sorrow Barrels. Love Like Ghosts by Lord Huron, Apocalypse by Cigarettes After Sex, Talia by King Princess, About Today by The National, Always Gold by Radical Face, Mountains by A Message to Bears, Wade by The River by Lord Huron, Hard Heart Head by Meg Myers, especially the live performances. So much emotion goes into it, and it's usually the last song played at the concerts because she starts to break down. What Sarah Said by Death Can For Cutie, Pictures of You by The Cure, Young and Beautiful by Lana Del Rey, Yellow by Coldplay, True Love Waits by Radiohead, Disarm by Smashing Pumpkin, Frank Sinatra by Cake, Cherry Wine, Live by Hozier, Codex by Radiohead, Viva La Vida by Coldplay, In Blue by Declan McKenna, Hearing Damage by Tom York, Mount Washington by Local Natives, I Deck Y You by Keaton Henson, Forest Fires by Lauren Aquilina, 24 by Brother Kinsey. Adagio for Strings, Samuel Barber, Headwater, Marco Borsato, What Is Midgard, Live version, Marco Borsato, Hypochondriac Music, Muse, Map of the Problematic, Muse, I Am Calling You, Baghdad Cafe, Baby Can I Hold You Tonight, Tracy Chapman, Claire de Lune, Debussy, Missing, Everything But the Girl, Ordinary World, Duran Duran, Without You, Three Doors Down, Boiler, Limp Bizkit. It's also much more poignant when being sung from an old man's perspective. The music video of the Cash version switches to a shot of June Carter Cash at the line "Everyone I Know" / goes away in the end. That was her last ever on-screen appearance, because she was less than a year away from death when her husband recorded that song. It makes that line pack a bigger punch. I disagree. Both songs are meant to be different perspectives. Cash is an old man, looking back on his life with regret. Nin is a man at the end of his rope, wondering if it's worth it to go on and battling with himself. Cash's is pain for what was, Nin is pain for what could have been, and if that would change anything, it may just be because I'm young, have depression, and issues with drugs and alcohol that I'm working my way back out of. But Nin's version resonates more with me. But both versions are awesome, and I believe Reznor actually gave Cash the rights to the song after he heard it. I Will Love You, Fisher, We'll Meet Again, Vera Lynn, I'm Going to Go Back There Someday, Gonzo, She Moved Through the Fair, Trad, Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, The Platters, Wish You Were Here, Pink Floyd, Such Great Heights, Iron and Wine version, Santrini, Donnie Bennett, Mad World, Gary Jules, My Immortal, Evanescence, The Killing Moon, Echo and the Bunnymen, Hurt, Cash version, Nothing Compares to You, Sinead version, Eleanor Rigby, The Beatles. Some of these aren't sad, per se, they just feel sad. I'm sure there are many more, but these all came immediately to mind and still tug at my heartstrings, somehow. When I Call Your Name by Vince Gill, Seven Spanish Angels by Ray Charles Feat, Willie Nelson, Pancho and Lefty by Townes Van Zandt, Even Though I'm Leaving by Luke Combs, Jonita by Sturgill Simpson, Little Joe by Norman Blake, Remember When by Alan Jackson, The Heart Won't Lie by Reba McEntire feat. Vince Gill. Silver Wings by Merle Haggard. Always on My Mind by Willie Nelson. The 33rd of August by David Allan Coe. Sunday Morning Coming Down by Chris Christopherson. You and Tequila by Kenny Chesney Feet. Grace Potter. Sing Me Back Home by Merle Haggard. The Man Who Loves You the Most by Zac Brown Band. I Have Two That Hit Me. Many people know of The Sound of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel. Disturbed, et al. However, the song, Scarborough Fair, Canticle, seems a lot sadder when the lyrics are understood. It is a haunting song of a lost love. There is also an interesting backstory about how the song was not properly credited by SNG when it was released. It also has a very long history all the way back to medieval times. Another one is Those Were the Days by Mary Hopkin in '68. It has a haunting melody, melancholy theme that anyone can relate to at almost any age. As someone north of 50, I can relate more and more every day. Father and Son by Cat Stevens. So many emotions in this song and the impact changes depending on where you are in life. Listening as a child and thinking about your parents aging. Listening as a young adult seeing your life start to pass you by. As a new parent looking at your children and realizing the roles are reversed now and eventually you will leave your kids. As an old person reflecting on how you measured up through life. Gloomy Sunday. It's called the Hungarian suicide song. A man wrote it after his wife died. He committed suicide shortly thereafter, and a few other notable people have committed suicide with it playing on a loop. I am personally fond of the Heather Nova version, although the Billie Holiday version is probably the most popular. https://www.google.com/url SA equals T and source equals web and RCT equals J and URL equals %23 and VD equals 2 QQEs and Sriakanya WCQ underscore edge8 quakate uano kagansk equals 2 and usky equals avval 0 VTJZWXRN AIDS FOD 4 Isbutu Nov. Gloomy is Sunday. With shadows I spend it all. My heart and I have decided to end it all. Soon there'll be candles and prayers that are said, I know, but let them not weep. Let them know that I'm glad to go. Death is no dream, for in death I'm caressing you. With the last breath of my soul, I'll be blessing you. Edit. Sorry folks, I tried to fix it but formatting on mobile sucks. The Heart of Life by John Mayer. Yeah, it's ultimately about optimism. But it's also a quietly sympathetic song about how hard life can be. If you're ever going through something, it's a great song to make you feel seen, understood, and reassured. Also, Stay or Leave by Dave Matthews. My particular favorite is the version from Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds. Live in Las Vegas. It's a perfectly bittersweet song about an amiable breakup, where the other person is just on a different trajectory in life. It manages to capture the nuance of complex emotion in a way that's just incredible. I'm gonna throw some hip-hop in here cause it has so many gems. Run the Jewels, Thursday in the Danger Room, probably my favorite modern hip-hop song. The beat is an absolute banger, but when I listened closely to the lyrics I legit cried for like half an hour. Raw the Rugged Man, Afterlife, Raw the Rugged Man, Wondering How to Believe. I love this song but it's very uncomfortable to listen to. It's just gut-punching. Jedi Mind Tricks and Amen. Fraudulent Cloth, Atmosphere. Virgo. Not really sad but very melancholic. Eminem. Darkness. Jedi Mind Tricks. Marciano's Rain. Raw the Rugged Man. Still Get Through the Day. My Time Has Come. Memories. Maroon 5. Cough Syrup. Young the Giant. Kiss Me and There She Goes. Sixpence None the Richer. Night Changes. 1D. The A-Team. Ed Sheeran. Vincent. Don McLean. Fast Car. Tracy Chapman. I'm With You. Avril Lavigne. Liability Lord. Nobody Does It Better. Carly Simon. My Heart Will Go On. Hymn to the Sea. Celine Dion. Titanic. It's Not Living and If You're Too Shy. 1975. When the Party's Over. Billie Eilish. Sorry for the super long list, but this is my specialty. I wanna give my mildly long list now. True Love Waits, Radiohead, 4th of July, Sufjan Stevens, Sam Smith, Kendrick Lamar, Repeat Until Death, Novo Amor, Cancer, My Chemical Romance, Snuff, Slipknot, I Know It's Over, The Smiths, Wake Up Alone, Amy Winehouse, Apocalypse, Cigarettes After Sex, Sleepless, Novo Amor, Runaway, Kanye West, except that first verse, Kanye verse after the chorus. Beautifully Devastating, Otherwise I'm a White Ferrari, Frank Ocean, No Surprises, Radiohead, Liability, Lord, I know you also said that but I love it, Like Real People Do, Hozier, I Will Follow You Into the Dark, Death Cab for Cutie, G-Vol, Luan, If You Speak French, Between the Bars, Elliott Smith, For Emma, Bon Iver, Fake Plastic Trees, Radiohead, Piano Man, Billy Joel, First Day of My Life, Bright Eyes, More Bittersweet Than Sad But I'll Still Give It a Mention, The Fool, Neutral Milk Hotel, Etots, Neutral Milk Hotel, the rest of Etots album, Neutral Milk Hotel, Avril 14th, Aphex Twin, OK I'll Stop. There's a few songs off of A Moon-Shaped Pool by Radiohead that fit this. Daydreaming, Dex Dark, Glass Eyes, and True Love Waits fit this category. Also Suspirium and Unmade by Tom York off Suspiria. I can't listen to Unmade because I was an idiot and listened to it after my cat died. Along with knowing the lyrics, it's impossible for me to listen to it. Number 3 are Rhubarb. That album had photos for the song names, so there's 2 names for each song. By Aphex Twin is also kinda sad. Life on Mars, David Bowie, Spiral of Ants, Lemon Demon, Brand New Day, Jellyfish. All of these, for as bombastic as they sound, share a melancholy undertone that always gave me vibes of a final fanfare, and they've all made me tear up at least once. Maybe I just get way too attached to music lol. This felt this only recently. The Lover Speaks, No More I Love You's and Annie Lennox's cover version. Annie's version is beautiful without seeing those drag queen ballet dancers, but the point of not ever saying I love you to anyone again is so very sad. It means the singer has given up on finding true love. I heard the sadness in this beautiful sounding song before seeing the music video, but Annie and her director threw in those drag dancers with Annie's Minnie Mouse haircut ears, which told me not to take it seriously. As sad this song is, fun and beautiful sounding. I do cry at this breakup song. I related to it. Small Comfort by George Crabbe, a song about grief from the loss of his dog. I defy any pet owner to listen through and not get a little tearful. I had to skip this song on the album for months after having to put my dog down. When I finally was ready, I had to pull over on the side of the road. I am sure it looked strange. A 40-plus yo man bawling his eyes out on the side of the road. https://2.b/s81jkc8t. Danny Boy, a traditional Irish folk song. The imagery is beautiful, but the events of the song are sad. Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen, and down the mountainside. The summer's gone, and all the roses falling. It's you must go, and I must bide, but come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny Boy, I love you so. But when ye come, and all the flowers are dying, if I am dead, as dead I well may be, ye'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me, and I shall hear, though soft to tread above me, and all my grave will warmer, sweeter be, for you will bend and tell me that you love me, and I shall sleep in peace until you come to me, and I shall sleep in peace until you come to me. Come to me. https://2.b/fabrit5j3g. I'm still not sure if it was intended this way. Probably not. But if you listen to Sheryl Crow's strong enough and think of it as someone with a terminal illness begging their partner to stay with them to the end, it's both incredibly beautiful and incredibly sad. https://www.youtube.com/watch v = 7 1 vc. Even without that, it's still pretty sad as a coda to a relationship that's falling apart.